What is up, Halo fans? I'm here with an update to this statue. I'm sure you know what it is, the Arbiter. I've done so many of them. This is just the latest one. It was actually done about a week ago, maybe longer, and then something had to be redone, so I just redid the whole statue, and it goes with this Master Chief. But normally they'd be on a base together, which you could get like one of this that I made. I actually made this design. Well, I mean, I didn't invent the design. This is the floor from the Arc Control base where Truth is killed, and it's just obviously shrunk down. If I made this in scale, it would be, I don't know, as big as my living room. But so, all right. So this statue, really all that's got to be done on it is tomorrow because it's very late, so I'm going to bed. It just needs, I need to go over it and just touch up some stuff. What happened was that I redid the statue and I was almost done. This is crazy. So the first one had to be redone because it's something to do with, I don't know. But then I redid it, and when I got almost done actually I was done yesterday completely, besides the weathering and the stuff that's afterwards, and I found a little crack in it right, hold on, let me put it down for a second. It's right there, you can see it. Pardon my paint on all over me actually. Yeah, you can see that. I did not see it. I mean, I think it fell. It might have fallen and I didn't notice, you know, because these things are pretty sturdy, you know. Resin statues, if they fall, yes, they're gonna break, but I don't typically drop them on the floor. I think this piece might have fell, or it got, I don't know. You know what? To crack right there, I don't even think that's possible with falling. It would have cracked something else with it. I really don't know what that's all about. Never seen that before in anything I've made. Fucking no idea. So you can imagine I was done, and I'm like, yeah, that was the last spot I was working on because I was about to drill the holes for the plasma rifle, and I'm like, you fucking gotta be kidding me, because it's like a lengthy print. So I had to reprint it, resand it, prime it, repaint it, the two colors. And if you've never painted this statue before, it can be annoying, especially at first, because I'll show you on this piece right here. The way the undersuit and the armor is on this is like the undersuit goes under that armor, but then it goes into the side. What can I find of that? No, it actually goes under. Nice. Well, on the body is really where it is. A lot of those pieces, the armor, the body armor, the undersuit runs right into the side of them, and so there's no flat area. It's kind of just bumpy all along, kind of like this. But you can see it's just a bit. I hate painting it. I know, right? I painted so many. I guess even after all that many, I still get annoyed. Look, he's got something under his arm. But anyway, so he's done now, and I'm happy with the way he looks. And tomorrow I will do his weathering, and after I go over it a little bit, I mean, I try to find everything I can. I would imagine I've missed stuff before, but whatever, you know, there's a lot of room on this thing. It's a 1/6 scale. It's like over 15 and a half inches tall. Now, one of the differences, and I'm going to stop them right here, between this and the one, you know, this is the replacement, so I'll tell you what the difference is. Oh, shit. Pardon me. I really need a proper setup. I unplugged my phone and not I have a little control over here to stop him, so I gotta wait for him to go around. Now you can see right there, see the blue on his chest? That's just from the light going through the sword, if anybody was wondering what it's from. You can see it on all over his armor. It's one of the cool things about it. So I changed the Arbiter's skin to more of the gray that it is, but the customer is always right. So they were, and this is really the way I've always done them, with the darker skin and the brighter yellow eyes without a pupil. I mean, I like it without the pupil. I make my own without it if I ever made my own. I actually have a couple that I gotta sell that are sitting around. I just don't put it. I think the pupil kind of ruined the look. He looks kind of dorky with pupils, but whatever. you know, he's supposed to have them, and a lot of people ask for it, so I'll put it. But this customer doesn't want them, and I don't get them either. So that's one of the big differences between this and the one that I had to redo, is that the skin on the other one was like a light and dark gray. I painted it, you know, so it was darker in the inset, like you would expect from the light shining on them. And this one is just more of a brownish purple, I guess, if I had to describe the color. And so that's what they wanted. That is, actually they didn't really specify that, but the picture that I had posted a long time ago, that's the color of the skin. And again, I actually only painted theirs gray, because I had a problem with the original head that looked just like this. So I just replaced it with the gray one, but now it's back to this one. I'm sure they're gonna be happy. Yeah, so I think it came out pretty good. He will definitely get some dirty ass teeth, but yeah, that's what he looks like. And then this is not his arm and sword. His arm is actually over there. It's just this is like my show arm. I show it because I can't glue the hand into the arm. It'll just fall out because the key is really small if you've ever built one of these. So I keep this one around. Somehow I ended up with a spare one, and I just use it when I show the customer their stuff, and so I can always just keep it around, you know, because it doesn't fall out. It's actually not, this whole thing's not glued together. But if you ever buy one, when it ships, the entire statue's glued together except for the arm and the shoulders. Like the arm and the hand are glued together. I used to just ship it with the hand not glued in, but the way the hand glues into the wrist, if you don't hold it right, it can leave a gap, and I've done it myself. And so, you know, not every customer is aware of that, and I've actually made a video of how to do it. Not that people are dumb, but it's just that easy. Like, it looks like it's right over here, and super glue's fast. So if you're like, oh, it looks great, and then when you look, there's a gap, and you're like, shit. And then try to get it out, you're probably gonna break it. So I prefer to just do it here, and it ships separate anyway, just like it would with the hand, because it's safer that way. To ship that way, and then when you get it, you just gotta glue the arm in. It's really not that big of a deal. Excuse me. So just like the original, this one has the carbine for his back, the plasma rifle for his hip right here, and then these two grenades will go on this hip. Now I had to leave these ones in, the grenades in the other Arbiter because they're glued in. I always glue them in because they'll turn too much, unlike the weapons that have, I'll just show you, 2 prongs so they can't really move. Gotta be careful with these plasma rifles. I've reinforced them myself and they still break. These little ends, they either warp or they break. And so when you get ones that, I had one for like 8 months that was mine, and I put it down and I just bumped it and it broke. So they are that fragile. I mean, they just have like these little, I actually put those big blocks on there so it would go up, because the original tips, they're just very thin and they warp a lot and they just break so easy. But it is what it is. And then, so if this customer, instead of going for the one stand with them back to back, like I sell, they requested to have 2 separate stands, so they could, you know, put one on each side of the TV. So if they ever want to put them together, I guess they could. I think they're both going to fit on one stand, but you know, you can put them near each other if they want to talk, I guess. But so if you didn't see this Chief, now this Chief is from Halo Infinite, but it has the Halo 3 AR, Halo 3 shotgun on his back, and the Halo 3 Magnum. This video is really not to show this statue, but I'll just show a little bit of how it looks. So if anybody has never seen it, you can see I put the little, what do you call it? The ammo counter. It's just a sticker I put on there. And there's his Halo 3 Magnum, and then you can see the AR. And then I'll turn him around. I have to put things under his feet because it's a little heavy forward, like front heavy due to his pose. Now, a lot of times I will put more of a slant on the gun. I did not on this time. I left it like I've seen it sometimes, like in the Starry Night, I believe, when he puts his gun on it, barely has a slant. And then this one is the same. I just wanted to keep it down the center. It just looks nice and neat. You definitely don't want to do it like the game. I don't. Now I will say the carbine on the Arbiter, if you ever go look at my other videos, it is slanted. And again, sometimes on the Chief I will do it slanted. I have other ones with shotguns that are more. I just felt like it was just easier. It just looked better like that, I thought. So it is like that. He is pretty cool. They're both 1/6 scale, so he's like a little bit over 14 inches. He's a little bit over 15 inches. And yes, they go together. So let me just move him. And just like the Chief, I can't do the other Arbiter that is not going with this one. I actually, once it was done being painted and weathered, you won't see it on these pieces. I went back and actually did a lot of highlight paints with chrome, and it looked really nice. I mean, I still have it. I'm probably going to sell it, or I might just keep it because it's probably one of the nicest Arbiter paint jobs I've done. I really liked it, but the customer wanted to have it redone with a different wash, and so that's no problem. I ordered it. It's here. It's actually 2 different colors, and when it's done, I will make a final video of it. And I can tell you right now that the 2 washes that are going on the Arbiter will look really nice. At the end of the day, the customer will be happy. It'll look really cool, and these things can be shipped out to him. And I can't wait for him to get them. He's going to be happy, and so will I, because I got other things to work on. And it's just one more piece gone. And the truth is, every time I make one of these, or any of them, anything you see here that I make, I can't help it. They look so cool when I have to send them out. I'm like, boo. But the main thing is that people are happy, and keep getting them out, or I keep getting them out to the people, and they can enjoy them the way I do. So, all right, everyone, don't forget to like, follow, share, and if you want to support my work, you can join my Patreon or donate to my fund to help me with making my dream come true of doing these full time. But it's a long road ahead, and I'm still traveling it. So, and if you're watching this video on YouTube, don't forget to follow me. Trying to build my following on there for obvious reasons. So again, don't forget to like, follow, share, and peace. Yeah, he's not very good at standing up on his own. Let me put him back. Up against the wall. I just like to be careful because he's been done for like 2 weeks almost. I can't wait to get this thing done. It's just a prototype, and I did print one that was bigger, but I didn't like the way his feet were in it, and they were the same as these ones. I mean, the pose is amazing. I like it better than the McFarlane pose, but if you look, his feet are down inside that little piece of armor, so I moved them out because the way the pegs were, it was not very. I can't produce something that I'm gonna have a pain in the ass with every time I gotta assemble it, So I fixed it. It's still waiting to be keyed apart. And one of my dreams, which I can't do now because I got unless I did this full time, maybe I have more time, is to make those little green, whatever you want to call them, whatever those things are on the gun. Sorry, I can't think of what they are, to light up. But that is something that I just would have to be doing this full time to be able to dedicate the time in Blender to get it done. Because that's what I made. That's how I did all that stuff. That's how I do these, put the gun on here. Anything you see modded, that's how I do it. As a matter of fact, that right there is a customer's Master Chief. He's actually done, besides the needlers. He has needlers, and then he's getting a BR on his back, and then he has the 2 needlers, one in each hand, and then he has the sidekick that's going in on his hip. I actually tried to do the wrap on that mask. It doesn't look bad, but it didn't come out good enough to, I can't sell it like that. So I still wanted to try it, but I may try to redo it. You learn your lesson every time you fail. So I think I have a better idea how to do it next time. Same thing with the Campaign Evolved Chief. The first time I did the gold, it took me 6 tries to figure out how to do it right. And this one was just my first try, and it came out pretty damn close. It's really, to be honest, that wrap, even at a hot temperature, it doesn't really stick the way. I wish it was a little more sticky, and that's really the biggest problem with this wrap, is that it's not sticky enough when you need it. There's always like one spot that doesn't stick, and that ruined everything. So again, didn't mean to show that, but don't forget to like, follow, share, and peace to everyone. Thanks for watching.